a special briefing from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Mississippi for Friday, August 25th, updating on the situation with Hurricane Harvey in the western Gulf of Mexico. Right now, Hurricane Harvey is gaining strength, headed towards Corpus Christi area along the southeast Texas coast, expected to make landfall late tonight and early Saturday. There are no immediate concerns regarding this system for the National Weather Service in Jackson's forecast area. We are expecting the furthermost outer rain bands to begin affecting locations south of Interstate 20 this weekend, with a gradual increase in coverage of showers and storms as we go through the weekend and into early next week. There's a very small chance of some heavy rain and maybe very isolated flooding concerns in our southern zones with this activity as we go into early next week. But in general, no hazardous weather is expected through that time. We are more concerned about the remnants of Harvey possibly moving inland in our vicinity during the mid to latter part of next week. And if that occurs, it will bring a more concentrated threat of heavy rainfall and flash flooding, and also some risk of severe storms and associated tornadoes. So the satellite image from this morning shows Harvey gaining an eye and getting better organized as it heads towards the southeast Texas coast. But for our region, as mentioned earlier, expect only gradual increasing chances of rain across our southern zones on Saturday as we go through the weekend, as the outermost rain bands move on to the central Gulf Coast. So the most likely scenario in the forecast depicted from the Weather Prediction Center shows at least the tropical storm Harvey still remaining in the vicinity of the southeast Texas coast by early Tuesday. And in that scenario, most of our region would remain out of a heavy rain threat at that time, with rain chances highest in our southern zones. Now, in the scenario that Harvey eventually begins to track inland towards the vicinity of our area mid to late week, expect by late Wednesday and early Thursday a more concentrated threat of heavy rainfall and maybe some severe weather. Right now, we're advertising a limited risk of flash flooding in mainly the southwest half of zones during the mid to latter part of next week. But as mentioned, some very localized heavy rainfall can't be ruled out through early next week across some of the southern zones. From the WPC, the expected stormfall totals of 15 to, and in some cases, in excess of 20 inches are expected across southeast Texas. But unfortunately for our area, maximum totals right now are expected to be 3 to 5 inches at most through early next Friday across western and southern zones. But we have to keep in mind there's some uncertainty regarding track of Harvey as we go into late next week. So some of those totals for our area could change. In summary, right now, there's no immediate concerns through the weekend for the Arkansas region, but there's still a lot of uncertainty regarding the eventual impacts from Harvey and its remnants and the timing of those impacts in our area. Possible threats next week include flash flooding, river flooding, and severe storms, including tornadoes. Thanks for viewing our briefing. We are expected to do another briefing Monday morning, and we'll keep you updated on the latest of Harvey and what impacts we are expected to receive, if any.